I haven't shown my face in so long on this channel, but it's refreshing to be back. Hello, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 5 things that have helped me in my art journey, and I hope they help you too. I wrote everything down so I won't forget anything. I sectioned off this video into 5 different parts. You can view the whole video, which is what I suggest, because they kind of segue into each other, or you can just skip into whatever section you think is gonna help you more. This is just on my experience. This is what has helped me a lot as an artist that has been through ups and downs and all over the place. Not all over the place, but like, you know, I've learned a lot. So let's just get into the video, and I hope this helps. So number 1 is inspiration. Where does your inspiration come from? There's a difference between copying and there's a difference between learning and getting inspiration from an artist. And it's not like you just find their art pretty and it's like, oh my goodness, that's so cute, and that's it. And that's good enough. That's not what inspiration for me is. For me, artists like Pung, Drawing with Waffles, and Casey Golden, I grew up with them. They inspire me to draw or to improve my drawing in a way where I like drawing, if that makes sense. Like example, Pung's art style is so soft, and I love how she conveys emotion in her work. The architecture she does, and it just inspires me to draw. These are some of the artworks I've done because of her. It just gets my creative juices flowing. Every time I look at her work, it's just like, wow, I want to draw not only like her, but all these other artists that I love too. Like when you draw, you don't want it to feel like homework, you know? You want to draw because it's your passion, but it's also because you want to get better at it too. So where am I going with this? The fountain? The fountain of your inspiration should not come from feeling like a burden, like, oh, I'm never gonna be as good as them, or that artist has 50 billion followers, I can never be like them, I'll never become the greatest artist like them, and I'm never gonna... You need to stop. The negativity has to go. Inspiration comes from here. Discover why that's your inspiration. No matter if it's a show you like to watch, artists you enjoy watching, figure out your why. Like, why does that inspire you? And is it good to continue with that? Because you don't want something negative. You want that growth of inspiration to continue you further. You don't want it to keep you stuck. One thing that I have realized that has not helped for me, you are not gonna be inspired if you keep on doom scrolling on Instagram and YouTube on the little reels that you see. I know I'm talking to you or whoever is watching this. You can't have so much in here, because if you have so much in here, you're never gonna be bored and you're not gonna know what to draw, and you're just gonna be overwhelmed and overstimulated, and you're like, well, Shaniqua just did this beautiful illustration and Bobby just did this watercolor painting that I can't do. You need to get off Instagram. You need to get bored. You gotta go outside for a walk. Get inspired by real life, not what Bobby Flay is cooking up in the kitchen. Okay. That's number 1. I feel like number 1 covers a lot of inspirational stuff. Number 2 is drawing what you enjoy and not what you like. So I have struggled with this ever since the dawn age of the dinosaurs. When I started social media, I was drawing what I liked. I was drawing whatever I wanted to. And then all of a sudden, the fame hits. I'm not famous, but let's just put it in that way, where it's like so many people find my account. So I was posting a lot on Instagram, and then all of a sudden I blew up because of fan art. And we all know where this is going when I mention fan art. Instagram only pushes fan art, and it only pushes the cutesy stuff, I guess, in my experience. So I started focusing less on what I wanted to draw, and I just started drawing what Instagram wanted to see, which was cute girls, cute outfits, anime, fan art again. It was just never what really I wanted to do, but more of what Instagram and what my current audience wanted to see. I started to hate art.
Especially near the ending of high school. I loved what I used to draw in high school, but then near the ending of that, it was like me not really deciding what or how I wanted my art style to look, and everyone's talking about art styles, and it's just an explosion of so many things.
And now that I'm in college, I finally started to realize you need to draw what you want to draw, not what they want you to draw. You need to put all of the trendy stuff and all of that junk aside and you need to focus on what you like to draw. For me, I feel like I found a lot of purpose in my art when it came to drawing emotions, drawing people interacting, drawing like a setting that invokes emotion. That's what I love to draw. Other people love to draw other things. It can be literally anything. Every artist is different. Number 3, you can't only do what you're good at. I'm gonna tell you a bit of my story again. I used to draw a lot of anime, a lot of like cartoon, chibi stuff. And when I was in high school, I was really stubborn and I was like, I want to draw only anime. I feel like I was stubborn in the beginning, but I realized from the span of high school to college, if I have never let go of drawing anime, I would have never grown into what I know today. Experimenting with different art mediums, experimenting with different styles, different techniques, different ways you can implement detail in your art. Because of all of that, I realized there's so much more to art than just drawing the same thing over and over and over again. Because if you only do what you're good at, you're never gonna realize all these other things that you can perfect and do really well. And there's like everything else, and you're only focused on this one thing. Even though you're bad at, let's say, technique or something you learned in art, just keep going. I have filled, I'm on my 26th sketchbook right now. I have filled 25 sketchbooks. You're supposed to make mistakes. You're supposed to learn and make your sketchbook look ugly, to learn and experiment with new things. Different art mediums also teach you different things as well. Explore, try different mediums. You can literally make art out of anything and everything. So don't limit yourself. Number 4 is community. So community, I would say, is very important, whether that be friends, family, church, school. I'm gonna start off talking about school because I'm in university at the moment. University for me has taught me a lot about arts, of course, and other aspects of things I need to learn for my degree. But school has also opened my brain into learning not only new things about art, but learning about how other people perceive art. And I've had many crappy teachers, especially my first 2 years in university. I'm not gonna say names or genders, but the first 2 art teachers I had, they were really rude. They didn't challenge me artistically, and they just put me to do the bare minimum. Some teachers are like that, and some people even are like that, where they don't care about you. It's a negative relationship. My second year of university, I had a teacher. She challenged me a lot as an artist, and she knew my limits, and she knew what I could do to push my art to the next level. And she taught me a lot. And not only that, but people like her, other friends and family, it was like a community of people that uplifted me, not only in my personal life, but artistically. I feel like because of them, I have grown a lot to be the person that I am today. Surround yourself with people and other individuals that not only do art, but also uplift you in a positive way. Last but not least is number 5, which is not creating is also part of the art process. What does that mean? It means when you're not creating art, sometimes it's good. Yippee! It's a little bit of what we spoke about before, how being bored is good, but not also being bored, but also doing other things. I know everyone's schedule is different, everyone's life is different in whatever we may do, whether that be school, work, or going out, getting a nice cup of coffee. That is also part of your life, and art is part of your life. So if you kind of intertwine that together, not doing art gives your mind the ability to regenerate and not only come up with new ideas, but also rest. And rest kind of reboots the creativity flow and like where your inspiration comes from. During high school, I used to draw every day, all day, religiously. But I found a really high passion for art. I had like such a high drive for it, where at the time I didn't find it as a problem. It was just something I would do all the time. I would brag about. I'd be like, yeah, I have like 15 sketchbooks. What about you? I draw every day. That kind of caught up to me over the years, but I don't draw every day. but that's good for me now. When I'm not creating, I also find a lot of joy in that space of time when I'm drawing versus when I'm not drawing. Whenever I'm doing something else, the anticipation of time to when I finally do draw, it gets me excited to draw again, if that makes sense. So doing something else could help you with your creative flow. So yeah, that's the last and final note I have. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if this was a little bit all over the place. I tried my best to keep things according to their number. But if you have any questions or concerns or you want to know something, just comment down below and I will reply to everybody. And if you don't know, I do have a small art store. A lot of my art is for sale, but also stickers, cute keychains, coasters, bookmarks, and a bunch of other stuff. So you can check that out. Don't forget to subscribe and like. And yeah, see you guys all in the next video.